it didn't start out this easily. Like, it was, I mean, I still wouldn't say it's easy, but like, it was not an easy road to get to this point. And it's not like you've gotten to this crazy point where you're a millionaire yet, but like,
right. But it's a start.
Yeah, it's a start. And it's impressive where you're at. I'm not trying to belittle it. I'm saying like, talk me through how you think about the path you've been on. So when you first started out, what was it? 4 years ago?
5.
5 years ago?
I'm a junior. 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, like 5 years ago.
So you were in middle school.
7th grade.
7th grade. 7th graders are not the most supportive audience.
Not even close.
So people talk about like when they start a business, they're afraid, or like they put themselves out there, they're afraid of like being criticized. Mm-hmm. You had to contend with the most harsh critics ever, which is middle schoolers.
I mean, I don't blame them. I was trash when I first started. I was garbage, bro. And I picked a really bad name. I don't even care. I'll say it. I started off as White Chocolate, WITE, chocolate with a K. Went in my garage with my friend Lucas. He put his phone on a voice memo, and he found like I forget what it was. I had like 2 drumsticks, and we found like a little metal thing. And I rapped a shitty verse, and I put it on Spotify, and everyone was just playing it and clowning me, bro. I don't blame them. If I was in middle school, I don't blame them. I would do the same thing.
So that must have been hell. Like,
bro, the day after I released it and I came to school, like in lunch, they used to like have a little phone plugged into the aux cord, so everyone could hear music at lunch, and people would like play it and like laugh. Shit was terrible.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. People suck. But yeah, middle schoolers are kind of like that. They're like dicks. They're not individual humans. They're like manifestations of.
I'm glad it happened though, because that's what gave me my mentality about like fuck everyone, do what makes you happy, screw opinions. Like going through that, like I know it's not like the worst thing in the world you can go through, but still like made me realize that I don't care what people say. I'm gonna live my life how I want to live it.
It's a pretty young age to come to terms with that.
Yeah.
Most people never do.
Thank you to my bullies then for teaching me that lesson.
Yeah. So when did that end for you? When you moved to Vegas?
No, actually. In Portland, they had this thing called My Voice Music, which was like a studio, like a real studio for people who needed studio time and didn't know what they were doing. And I released a song with this girl, Empress, who was like a really good friend of mine, and we made a really good song. And it hit like 10,000 views in like 2 weeks, which was like huge for me. I couldn't even imagine that at first. And then it was really good quality, obviously, because it was in a real studio, and I had also an experienced rapper with me. So that kind of like changed people's perspective. Like, okay, maybe he's like actually serious about this.
So you were 13 at this time still?
That was 8th grade when I did that.
So 14.
7th grade, I had my friend's Snowball, like a $50 microphone, and I finally figured out how to add real beats on a track in GarageBand, do all that stuff. So people were like, okay, at least he's using real beats now, but he's still trash. And then eventually,
okay,
I just started I found that place, and it really helped me grow my skill.
So did people stop hating on you when you reached a certain quality, or did they just get bored? Or
I think it was after, because I performed that song at school actually, and before that people were like, because I was the talk of the school, obviously, good or bad. When I was bad, it was bad, but when I started getting good, they were like, okay, this kid's not bad. And then I performed it at school, and everyone sang it with me. It was really cool.
That's actually dope.
Yeah.
What was going through in your head? What was going on in your head when you were performing live to the same people
I couldn't tell if they were clowning me by singing it, because all the popular kids were singing it extra loud, so they were probably just clowning me. But I was just enjoying it. I love performing any chance I can. I was really enjoying it, and then I saw my friends in the back getting hyped, trying to support me. It was really fun.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was sick.
That's so cool. So when you left Portland to go to Vegas, that must have been around this time, right?
That was end of 8th grade.
Okay, so you're 14. You've released a few songs. So actually, first of all, how would you describe your style of music at this point? Was this before The Angry?
Lyrical miracle, spiritual serial. It was all Eminem, I'm flipping these acronyms syllable and I'm adding it. It was all that kind of stuff. Okay. It was cheesy, but it showed that I had skill.
But you were going fast. You came out the gate kind of as a fast rapper.
Right. I was just your average white fast rapper.
Okay. And then you get to high school in Las Vegas.
No, 8th grade was when I started getting real recognition from. I didn't get bullied at all when I moved here.
Wait, you were in 8th grade when you moved here?
I went to Rogie, for a couple months.
Okay. So you moved here in middle school, and people in Vegas kind of already were on board with it.
Well, so what happened was it was my first couple of days at school, and I was it was type of people I've never seen before. It was You know what I mean? Like, it was people who've actually been through stuff. Because when I went for before, it was just a bunch of like cocky, stuck up kids, and these were like, I actually met some real kids that I really liked, and it was like the biggest school I've ever went to. And then one kid, my first friend, his name was Brick. He found my music on Instagram and he showed it to everyone at school. And then the next day I came to school and everyone liked it. Like, I didn't get one hate from it. And then that's how I got like my close group of friends that even I'm still friends with now. But they found me through my music, and since then they've been supporting me.
That's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So at
Shout out Brick.
Shout out to Brick.